Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we have another top 5 list. The top 5 WWE DVDs from 2005. So we are getting down to the last few lists here. Make sure you guys check out the playlist. Catch up on the yearly top 5 DVDs. Um, So we got only 4 more to go after this. The 99 through 2001 DVDs will all be together since there's not too many of those. They didn't release a lot of DVDs back in 99 or 2000, so those 3 years will be in one video. So 2005 was a fairly decent year for DVDs, I would say. They were starting to kind of change the way they package DVDs, and we've seen the introduction of more digipacks, which is great. So at number 5, the second ever 3-disc set apart from WrestleManias, the greatest stars of the 80s. Personally, I'm a big fan of this DVD. Um, I'm not really a fan of the way they went about doing this whole set. The 80s and 90s was good, but the greatest stars of the 21st century, not so much. I love how this DVD looks. It's got a kind of matte finish to it, and it highlights about 15 superstars from the 80s. Yeah, from Bobby the Brain Heenan, Piper, Jerry Lawler, Arn Anderson, Dusty Rhodes, Flair and Steamboat, Snuka. You got the Iron Sheik and Hulk Hogan. This is kind of like a little documentary where they have a 5-10 minute video for each guy, along with different matches and moments, similar to how they did like Tombstone or Mick Foley's greatest hits and misses. So just for instance, here we have a Junkyard Dog promo and thing like that. And then we have a match versus Randy Savage with JYD. And then we have a JYD from the Slammy Awards in 86. So we got matches from 1983, 84, 85, 82, Flair and Jay Youngblood. This covers a lot of ground here with the NWA and WWE, Mid-Atlantic. Really good. We got the War to Settle the Score, Hogan and Piper, which is always fun. Solid DVD set. Number 4, pretty underrated DVD, and it's not one you see a lot of people talk about these days. I'm gonna go with the Road Warriors DVD, the life and death of the most dominant tag team in wrestling history. 2-disc set. So at this time, like I said, they weren't doing a lot of 3-disc sets still. If I can count them here, there was only 3 3-disc sets released in 2005. To put that in perspective, so a lot of 2-disc sets, a lot of 1-disc sets still. Apart from WrestleMania, only 3 disc sets. This is a great documentary, a lot of great matches and moments there from the Road Warriors. Highly recommend this one. It's great to see the stuff they tribute Hawk, and they pay him well, pay the respects well to Hawk. I really like that DVD, the Road Warriors. That's another tag team DVD you don't see many of. Number 3, favorite for a lot of people here in the wrestling community and myself, Tombstone, the history of the Undertaker 3-disc DVD set. So this one was not a digipack like we seen with the stars of the 80s, but it was just a standard DVD set with some people got the stack discs. I was fortunate to get a standard DVD set. Really good set. We got 21 matches here from 1991 through 2004. This is just awesome here. It's just a match compilation. Really good set. I highly recommend that one. You know, you got Survivor Series 91, the Rumble 94, a few of Taker's WrestleMania matches. You got King of the Ring 98, 99, No Mercy 2002. A lot of good stuff on here. Especially all the extras, like I talk about. The extras are what make a DVD. All those, you know, extra vignettes and promos and things like that. I love going back and watching that. Number 2 on my list is going to be one of my favorite documentaries. This could even be your number 1. But for me, it's number 2. Jake the Snake. Pick Your Poison. Fantastic release. At this time in 2005, a lot of guys were signing the Legends deals in WWE. Guys like Sergeant Slaughter, Jerry Lawler, Jake the Snake, many guys, even Superstar Billy Graham. They were under these Legends deals. This one came with a book, just a chapter from each book, and then a 2-disc set. We got 4 hours of extra, 10 complete matches, snake pits, classic interviews and promos, and a documentary here. This was before Jake the Snake got all clean and sober, and it's an interesting look at Jake's life at this time. You know, Jake was looking better than he was a few years prior to this. Unfortunately, his life would take a nosedive after this, and he wouldn't be well for a long time, maybe another 6 or 7 years after this, until he connected with DDP again. So before we get into number 1, let's run through a few honorable mentions. This year was decent for releases, but there's not many. Of course, can't forget to mention it. It might be number 1 on your list. It unfortunately didn't make mine. The WrestleMania Anthology set was officially released in 2005. It's a beauty. It's definitely one you want in your collection. They did release a few variants of it. So, for honorable mentions, I'm going to go with the Rob Van Dam DVD, one of a kind. Tribute to the Troops, it was decent. I don't know if I would put it on my list. Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, very controversial DVD. It probably won't make anyone's top 5 list. The $1 Million Tough Enough, really enjoyed that one. But this was a so-so year for DVD releases. They did a lot of re-releases with the Andre the Giant, Stone Cold Said So, the Taker Buries Them Alive, and, you know, the WrestleMania Anthology. So number 1 on my list, it's going to be no surprise. I'm going to go with Bret Hart, The Best There Is, The Best There Was, and The Best That There Ever Will Be. 3-disc DVD set. Just a fantastic release. Awesome documentary. We got the Digipack format with this one. Just a really good set. We got, you know, a full-blown documentary. 7 hours of extras. We have a rare match here between Bret Hart and Chris Benoit from the Owen Hart tribute match. 18 complete matches, hand chosen by Bret Hart. We got Hart Foundation versus the Bulldogs, the Rockers, Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect, Bret and Owen from WrestleMania 10, Bret and Austin from 13. This is one of my favorite all-time documentaries, DVD sets, and it's for a good reason. You know, this is how you do a superstar DVD set. And it's really well put together. You know, Bret Hart wanted to be a part of his DVD, so it didn't turn out like the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. He says that right in the DVD set. You know, he watched that DVD and, you know, he didn't want his career to look like that Whether they did it intentionally or not, that's a subject for another day. But I'm glad Bret was a part of his DVD set. Let me know your top 5 from 2005. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.